Hey class, welcome to chapter 9, section 1. Jefferson takes office in a really big deal. Thomas Jefferson becomes president in 1801 after defeating John Adams. And this was a big deal because we saw a new party coming into the Oval Office, into the presidency. So following the Federalists being there for 12 years, 3 terms, 2 by Washington, 1 by Adams, we now have Thomas Jefferson, a Democratic Republican, becoming president. And here's a man who, as you know, he thought that the states should have more authority than the national government. He thought that the farmer, the agrarian class, agrarian like agricultural class, should have the greatest influence and say in government. He wanted people to have a voice. And these principles of democracy, of giving people a voice, gave him a lasting legacy that now, of course, we have the Jefferson Memorial in Washington, D.C., because of his values placed on all men being created equal, and his role in the Declaration of Independence, of course, and then later on as president. When he comes into office, of course, the Federalists have already made a few laws, right? We have the Alien and Sedition Act, we have the National Bank. Now, the president can't just come in and change everything. But what he did do was he allowed the Alien and Sedition Act to expire. So he actually moved the number of years to become a citizen from 14 years back to 5, where he thought it should be. And anybody that had been put in jail because of the Sedition Act, because of course, speaking out against the government, he actually pardoned them. To pardon someone is to let them go free, and he's going to use that presidential power to pardon them. Now, the National Bank, he actually kept the National Bank. So we see it right here. The National Bank, he thought, you know what, I don't really love it, but at the same time, it has served a purpose and been helpful, so let's keep it around. And then one other thing that he did when he first came in was he actually minimized the government and got rid of any kind of real military that we had. He wanted to save money that way, and he encouraged the states, again, Jefferson, a states' rights guy, he encouraged the states to build up kind of their own militia, their own kind of small military, because he didn't want to use government money for that purpose and thought it'd be better for the government to, of course, save their money. Unfortunately for Jefferson, that military would have come in handy, as once again the French and the British are going at it. 1805 to 1807, the British and the French are fighting again. Now, America, we don't really care that much, right? We feel like we're going to trade with whoever we want to trade. And so here we see those countries real quick. Here, of course, is America, and here is France, and here is Great Britain. And we are all three trading together. We're trading to Great Britain, we're trading to France, and back again. We trade with, again, like I said, whoever we want to trade with. However, after a while, these two nations are kind of in a stalemate. Neither side has a real advantage. So now, when we begin to trade with Great Britain, France begins to cut us off and stop us and begins to, once again, to impress our ships, to take over the men. When we trade with France, Britain comes in and blocks us over here. Well, we're tired of this. We're doing nothing wrong. We're staying neutral, meaning we don't pick one side or the other, and we're tired of this kind of treatment. So, Thomas Jefferson responds with what we call the Embargo Act. See the Embargo Act right there? The Embargo Act says, hey, America, we're going to stop trading with Great Britain and France. See the cartoon here? I know what to do. If we don't allow American ships to trade with anyone, then we can't get attacked. And he's totally right. We can't get attacked if we don't trade with anybody. However, this is really going to anger a lot of people. The American merchants As you see right here, American merchants make a lot of money by trading with these countries. And they're saying, dude, TJ, you're killing us. We can't make the kind of money we thought we should be able to make at this point. And therefore, because of that, we're losing money. And you've got to change this. You've got to fix this system. Thomas Jefferson says, no, it's more important for me that we stay out of a war, stay out of a conflict, than for you guys to make money. So the Embargo Act that was put into place by Jefferson, it does stop this feud, but it's going to cause another feud later on. So the act is mildly successful. A lot of folks don't like it, as I mentioned, but it does solve this issue for now. However, Britain and France aren't going to continue being happy, and war is looming.